Hello. Welcome back. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy. And today I'm continuing on with the Your Creative Studio. Now you remember last week we unboxed it and I showed you everything that was in here. Let's pull all these extras out and we can have a look. It had a sewing theme, do you remember? Beautiful little stamps, cotton reel, tape measure, bobbin. Going to be using those in a minute. And then there was a giant stamp of a sewing machine, some pads and the usual washi, and this beautiful doily, rub-ons, papers, etc. And I did tell you that I was going to create a journal, as I did with the last box, and that I was going to do a giveaway. So I've made a start, and where has it gone? Here. This is what we have so far. So I basically used a cracker box. And then, because I decided that wasn't really very thick enough for what I wanted, I then also used the cardboard off of back of writing pads, so that there's, you can see, 2 layers there. Okay, and before I show you that, I then remembered that I had a little while ago done an unboxing for Grabby, and that it had all of these beautiful pink toned papers and these flower stickers in it. So I dug that out, and this is what we have so far. So this is my Grungy Rose coffee dyed paper, which is in my Etsy shop. This is obviously some Battenberg lace that's been coffee dyed, but these pieces, these are, now this bit hasn't actually got a date on, but these are 1923, I think it was June, in fact, June 1923, pages from a French magazine. Now I've put 2 layers of gel matte medium on there to protect it because it is vintage paper, and you can see there you've got an embroidery detail. And I thought that was appropriate as we had a sewing theme. So that's the little journal, and it measures, or it will measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a nice size in your hand. And then on the inside, I had some of this fabric from my lovely friend Denise that was all tape measures. So I've wrapped the cardboard and stuck that down, so we got 2 layers of card, and the plan is to have 3 signatures. Okay, so from that same magazine I've got this transfer paper, look, June 1923, so I've put that in there. I've put music paper, graph paper, there's some of those stickers, coffee, dyed paper, jelly, prints, some fabric there, it seemed appropriate as we're obviously working on a sewing theme. It's another piece of that Grungy Rose paper, and then we've got bits from that Grabby envelope, jelly print, coffee dyed papers. There's a hammered flower page there. So just complete variation of papers. And then we've got avocado dyed note page. That's that Grungy Rose again. There's avocado dyed music sheets for writing music. It's another sticker, and there's some beautiful handmade pink paper on the back there. So that's what we've got so far. I've also used some cardboard. This was actually the spine of the original box. Trimmed it down. I've scored it out for my signatures, and I've covered it in some Broad Anglaise, so that will sit in there like that. Yeah, and that's our 3 signatures. So that's what I've been doing while you've been gone. I also caught a video by Miss Paint-A-Lot, and she was actually using, oh goodness me, what are these called? I can't think what they're called. Laminating sheets. And she was putting dried flowers in them. Well, as you may know, I have recently had a birthday, and obviously in the UK we've had Mother's Day, so I've had a lot of flowers recently. Thank you. And they are on their last legs, so it was very easy to press them through my laminator and make 2 rows tags. And I've decided, as you may have seen, I've written on the box, going to be calling this journal Stitched Roses. Okay, so let's move on. I've got bits of scrap on that grungy. I've got pattern paper. I've got lots of bits of fabric here. And I just thought I'd come along and we'd do a bit more, as it were. It's a bit of that French magazine. There's the pull bit from that hammered page. It's a bit of that paper. And I just thought we'd set to, and there's another bit of paper, and we'd get some stuff done. So I thought I would start by making some more tags, and I mean I'm just so in love with this paper. I can't make it quick enough to suit my own desire. I just love it. So I'm going to start with, I don't want that one, I want the angled one. Some of this beautiful vintage magazine. I believe it's a magazine rather than a newspaper, because it's all articles. And I'm going to use these bits of paper, probably towards the top there. And I thought some pattern paper would be ideal as well. I have also got a vintage sewing book, so we'll use some of that as well. So I think we're going to have this on here like that. I'm going to come in with this beautiful vintage. I feel like actually that needs to come down there so we can see more of that. That will then sit on there like that. And then we can put out bits of paper and things on top as well, like so. So that's where I'm going to start. So get my glue stick, and I'm just going to obviously apply this, and I'm doing it to the area that I want. You can see all the creases in this paper, and it just feels beautiful. It feels almost like fabric. And I did this one with the shaving foam idea. So I basically screwed it all up. I got it damp because I put it in the tea solution and tea. Put it in the tea solution, and then once it was wet, I scrumpled it up and I put it into shaving foam, which I'd already applied various colours to. There's loads of videos on YouTube showing you how to do it if it's something you are interested in. So then we're going to put that one on there like that. So we just, whoops, everything's falling over. Nothing unusual there really, is there? Tear that down there like that. Get some glue on here. You have to be careful, these are so delicate, these pages, which is why they need to be glued down. You couldn't really use them on their own. They're just not strong enough. There we go. And of course we're making this thin paper very much thicker as we do this. I don't know whether this, no, I'm going to come up here. So this one goes down first, and then this one, she's beautiful and fluffy, it's almost like fabric, that's going to go down there like that. I think we'll also add a piece of fabric. Sorry, I'm just getting that pattern paper out of the way. So I've got a little bit of broad down glaze going on here. So that could come down there as well. So, how is everybody? You all happy, safe and well? Okay, this is a really big tag, and obviously this book is not that long. So before we go much further, I think we need to work out. Right, now we can tear it at the end of that pink. That was good measurement without realising it, because we can have it poking out a little bit. That's fine, like that. Okay, let's trim. Look at the back, it's beautiful. And obviously I don't want to cover that back up really, which is another way that you would make it stronger. So I really need to get my layers on the front built up so that it's nice and thick, which obviously at the moment it's not. It's quite soft and flimsy, which we don't want. So front's all about decoration, and back has got beautiful patterning on it, but it's pale enough that it can be written on, which I think is pretty awesome. There we go. Get a little bit of extra glue under there because that's not sticking. Okay, I think now I want some of this beautiful lace. I had a smaller piece, didn't I? I think I did. No? Okay, we'll have to look at this big piece then, won't we? So let's have a little look. And obviously this is the same lace that is on the, well, if I put that on there, it's not going to be very easy to write on, isn't it? Is it? So we need to think about these things. And these are all just bits of fabric that have been tea and coffee dyed. love that pattern. So yes, I think we're going to put this on as well. And obviously if I run the sewing machine round it, that'll make a nice secure bond. So it's all happening. It's all happening. It's just absolutely beautiful. This feels awesome. Now obviously we need something on there. So this is where we start going back to our original box and what we had in here that we could use, because obviously we could run some washi tape down there. There's two different washi tapes actually, isn't there? But do you know what? I'm feeling that across there on that fabric will be delightful. So these ones are not sticky, you just use them. So I need to find my blacking. Have you noticed that my chair's not making that awful scrapey noise anymore? I went out and bought some of those felty type pads that go on the bottom. So right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put a bit of glue stick on there and put that on there so that I can control it. So not much to tell really. You know, life is just plodding along, as they say. Whoops, see, everything's still falling over. And I want that. Probably got my head in the way now, sorry. There. There. I just think that is absolutely gorgeous. So, okay, so there's our first tag of the day. Put that over out of the way. Now the other thing is, where did I put here these three little ones, because I want to do some stamping with that. Also what I did was, this was the little envelope that had these in. So I just used some of the paper decorating up the front. I used some fabric and lace, and I've used one of those little shoes. And I thought they would fit in there. Well, obviously not all of them. So I thought we would pull off 1, 2, 3. Where's the fourth one? There's the fourth one. To-do list. Sorry, I'm off camera, aren't I? Do apologise. So there you go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And they'll go in that little envelope like so. And that's going to stick into one of those pages. I also used the envelope that had the washi tape in. Okay, and I've folded this back so it can be a lift up, and again I put some fabric and some of the stickers on with some lace. So I did both of those, and I also did the big one. So this is the big one, and again I've done the same, so I can glue that down, lift that up, and put some of the paper on, some washi tape, one of the stickers, and this is just like a yarn bobbin that I use for my embroidery threads. Excuse me. And I happen to have this pale pink and this like chocolate brown, which I felt just went really well with the colours. So I wrapped some round, stuck that down and put some lace on top. So we've got that as well. So the ephemera's really sort of growing. And then obviously in here, I wanted to make a tag with this, didn't I? So I'll get that out. And we've got more pink flowers there. So, and I want to do some stamping. So the first thing I need to do is pull off the identification pieces, really. So let me just double check, move all that over and those for a minute. Right, now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. So I want to go sort of 2 3/4, don't I? So there's 2, there's half. That is about 3/4. And I'm just going to tear that down like that, and that instantly gives us all but 2 tabs. And then we can just straighten this up with our scissors. And obviously this is card, so this is nice and thick, this one. There we go. And then I want to pull off there like that, and I want to pull off that. Actually, I'm not going to pull that off because I'll lose some of that picture. We'll make sure we stick something over that. And the same, I think, with this one. We'll pull off the top. And of course, this is the ultimate in using packaging. So, as we've got the vintage magazine running through, it might be nice to add a piece of that on there. And that will cover up that bit of writing. So I'm going to put that down there like that. Gone instantly. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So this one, I think I'm going to tear across there, and then we'll offer it there. There we go. So we'll get rid of these. That's that one. Sorry, there seems to be someone banging outside. There we go. So we've already started decorating these up. Now I'm going to be using lots of fabric throughout this book because, well, I just think it calls for it, really, with the subject matter and everything else. So I'm going to trim this down with that tear there. This is just thin cotton that's been in that grungy rose mix. You can see how old this piece is because it's almost snapping rather than ripping. So that's going to go down there. Yeah, no, I'm going to use Pritt Stick, well, glue stick for this. I need a book, don't I? There we go. So that is going about there, like so. There we go. And we'll have a different piece of fabric for this one. This is quite nice, but it's a bit thick for that little area. We want a little piece, don't we? Oh, here's a nice piece. That's got black rusting and all sorts on it. So if I just trim this down there, like so, and then offer it maybe just like that. So about there. Put some glue on. See the state of my desk, goodness me. But then you should be used to the fact that I am working quite a mess by now. But I always start with an empty clear desk, and when I'm finished I always clear down. That's what I do. So that one's going to go there. I'm reaching over our pictures and our fabric again. I'm going to cut that off. That's a seam. There we go. Okay, so we've got those two, and I think we're going to stamp on these. So we'll take off the big stamp and I'll do my group stamping. You all know how I like to group stamps together. So we'll go with that one, and then that one, and then that one can fit just in there like that, and we can do all three together. Okay, and we want it that way. Love it. Do the same on this one. And one of the beauties of using the archival is it works so well on fabric. Now while I've got those on there, I'm going to set them to one side. I'm going to move my coffee because I just know it's going to end up on the floor. I'm going to find a coffee dyed sheet, and I am going to stamp on that. Quick slurp of coffee while it was on the move, because I do like to use the stamps in these kits to make paper, as it were, make your own design. So we've gone there, come over and down, gone there, over, down, over, down. It won't be exact, obviously, because I'm moving different amounts, but it's pretty good. Okay, and then I'm going to go miss one, do that row, miss one, do the second row, miss one, do the third row, yeah, miss one, do that one, that one, and you can see, you know, it's a bit like a diagonal pattern going on, and then that one just be on the edge there, and then that one be there, this one will be there, whoops, You can do this with any stamps. I'm sure you've seen me do it before. I do it quite a lot. And we're missing one here, aren't we? So now we need to do that one. And we've got our paper, okay? Now I'm going to take those off and see if by any chance... It's not quite... I think, oh, it might be all right. Let's give it a go and see what happens. It's only paper and ink. Goes wrong, does it really matter? So, let's have a little look. I will come back to them tags, honestly. Oh, look. Yes, see? So then, just got to... I think I'm in camera. I keep moving it around, trying to make sure. It would have been more sensible, Claire, if you'd have done the big one first. But there you go. It is what it is. And that one go up there. Do you know what? I'm going to stop there because it's not going to fit anywhere else. But I'm not going to stop. What I'm going to do is I will find... what stamps have I got over here? Because I've always got something on my desk. Now, it's... I said stitched roses. They're not really roses, are they? But you know what? We could have butterflies, couldn't we? Ta-da! See? So, let's pull out some butterflies. This one is one of my favourites. So, we'll go with this one first of all. And we will get him in there. Whoops. And there. And this back corner, I think. So, there. Okay. And now I'm going to change my butterfly for this bigger one. And in here I did have, what have I done with it? Here I've got my aged mahogany oxide. Because of the pink colours that are in it. Yes, look at that. That one's much faded, don't mind that. We'll have this one up here. And then we'll put that one on that back corner. Then we'll change it one last time. For this one. I don't think I've ever... Look, I've never used that one. It's funny, isn't it? Go around the other ones. And I'm going to do this one alternating. So I'm going to do a red one up that way. And another one up that way. And then I'm going to change it to black, and I'm going to do it that way. And that way. There you go. That's a bit of a line, isn't it? Didn't mean to do that. Never mind. If we tear it out the right way, it won't matter, will it? So that's the end of our stamping for a minute. Although I'm now thinking, should I carry it on and put a butterfly on there? Do you know what? I'm gonna, because I can. So we'll put a red butterfly on there. So we've got red butterflies on there. Now you can't see that, can you? Because there's stamping everywhere. Right, let's move that for a minute. So now we've got these two. Now, in my lacy bits over to the side here, I've got this little bit of lace that can just go up the top there, and then I think that is just beautiful tag. So I'll put a little bit of fabric glue there, pop that there, and when I stitch I can stitch over that just to make sure. So there's another tag. Now what have we got for this one? I haven't got another little tiny bit of that lace, so we're going to have to find something a little bit different for this one. Oh, that's not quite long enough. Or that one. Right, if I, oh, that's two not right. Do you know what? I think, well, that's quite high, that one, isn't it? So does this one go down the side? So we'll trim this off. Not with them scissors, we won't. Oh, pinkers. Okay, let's do it with the pinking shears. Adds for a different dimension, doesn't it? Didn't cut that straight, but what's new? And then we can just put a bit of that on there. As it's completely not straight, we might as well address that and make it shorter. So there we go. There's another. There's another little tag. Okay, we are motoring. Now then, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to fold this over to about a third. I haven't got any red on that third, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Take my decal rule. I've got a nice decal edge. Oh, there's a little tiny bit of red there. And then I want to come down there like that, and that's gonna obviously be a tuck pocket. And then if you bring this one off straight there, you can do exactly the same but come in the other way. So there we go. So we got a right and a left. Doesn't matter, they're slightly different sizes because they're going to obviously be going on different pages. So again, I'm looking for, now there's a lovely piece of broad elm glaze, a big bit. I'll have a little bit of this, I think. So this one will go there. This one all go. Let's try again. That's better. That one will go there. And then where was that pink? I know I had some pink here. Pink lace. Definitely had pink lace. If not, there's a bit here behind me. So we'll have a bit of that. And that can hang out there. Oh, it's much too big. So we'll trim that like so. And then that's going to sit on there like that. So okay, and we'll stamp some numbers or something, just to, you know, put on there as a decorative topper. So again, pop in that, overhanging a little bit, and then that's gonna sit on there like that. So there you go then. So today I've shown you the actual book that I've made a start on. Yeah, that's because the spine's in there. I've shown you these tags and the these two tags, and then we've made 2 pockets, showing you the 3 signatures. We've made 2 tags, and I've shown you these, and then there's this beautiful giant tag. So shall we have a look and see where we're going to put things? So this big one, because also I've made these signatures, look, deliberately varying sizes. So I'm thinking this one can very probably sit on that one there. So we glue up that flap that should shut it, and we've bent it the wrong way, and it's gonna sit there like that. So you've got secret journaling space there and there. That's going to sit there. And although we need to stitch them, actually, will the big one go in there? Yes. So we can put our big one in there. Like that. So we've got that one there. We've got this cute little one that I feel like should be in one of these. So I'm just going to flip that open, and I'm going to pop that one down there. Pull that out and line that to where we want it there. Okay, so that goes there. Put our signature back together. And we haven't put anything in here yet, so let's go for here and put this pocket down. No, because I want to strengthen that, so we won't put the pocket down yet. Oops, saved in the nick of time, as they say. Oh, look at that centre. So I'm going to do this one on this side. And that one, I want that lace to stick out the side a little bit. So I'm going to put that down there, like that. Right. And don't forget, if you would like to be in a chance to win this journal, you need to be a subscriber and you need to comment on the videos. Not all of the videos, but you need to have commented on at least one of the videos, because when it is ready to go, what I will do is I will collate all of the commenters, all the people that have commented, and we will go from there. So as you can see, it's building up nicely. There's at least, I think, at least 2 more videos in this. So as always, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you found some fun and inspiration there. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye for now.